Yo, what's up, YouTube? So, I'm still up, it's super late, but I went ahead and took an inventory of my habits, my worst habits, my best habits, and habits I'd like someday. And I really ended up focusing on my worst habits. I figured out there were some common origins for these habits, and then I came to one boiled down conclusion. I'm excited about it. Be with myself, with my feelings, and consistently make good choices and actions. Let's do this. Let's see how this goes. This means don't distract with relationships. It means be in the present with my somatic experience, having space for whatever I'm going through, processing, and to go ahead and lean into doing the work, whether it's chores or self improvement, health and fitness, diet, nutrition, preparing for returning to my job, whatever it is. Be with myself, with my feelings, and consistently make good choices and actions. I didn't get to bed until after 4, and it's almost 11 a.m. now, and I'm still in bed. This sleep thing really needs to get fixed. Got woken up by the landlord and the septic folks, which is kind of good because I needed to get up. So now I'm making breakfast real quick before heading out and hitting the road. Ooh, okay. Vulnerable self observation and hot tip for the ladies and gentlemen who might think that sassy, hard to get, negging is still a good way of going about relationships. I notice that the woman I'm about to go meet actually already have like frustration and charge against because of how how I feel like she's already not been forthright, vulnerable, trustworthy, decent. I feel like she's already been sort of playing games and a bit manipulative. And so, so the reason I'm showing up is no longer to find out if this is a good person. It's some antiquated but still a passenger interest in whether or not I'm attracted to her without hope of healthy relationship. Also, I hate to cancel plans, which is another thing. But yeah, so there it is. If you're looking to establish a healthy relationship, be a good person from the start. Don't be playing games and don't be deceitful and that sort of stuff. 2 cents for the minute. So I've been listening to the audiobook, The Obstacle is the Way. They were talking about some of Marcus Aurelius's quotes and theories. I'm kind of getting excited at the moment to maybe try to use some of my bad habits against each other. For example, this tendency to want to play Minecraft, as well as my sleep schedule keeps slipping later. Okay, I already woke up late today. What if I let myself play Minecraft clear through tomorrow, like a reset, so that I was exhausted around sunset? Hit the bed, wake up at sunrise, and start the detox and try to reset everything that way. Curious. All right, we're at Starbucks of all places to meet a new friend. See how it goes. Well, long, nice walk, saw new things. That was fun. New friend is meek, scared to be themselves, doesn't seem to have much to say. I get to notice that not only do I like someone who has something to say, but someone with self-awareness and courage to share themselves. And yeah. Anyways, onward. I noticed I just got really excited when I felt like, oh my God, I only have just over a month before I have to get back to work. I have so much that I want to improve in myself that I have the energy and the time for right now. And I got a sense of urgency and excitement, and then felt like that could fuel my willpower to really start to make some strong decisions, specifically for me around my sleep patterns and the way that I spend my time, either distracted or focusing on things that I think would be more productive. Interesting. Gonna try to embrace that. All right. I ate. Then it's therapy time. Let's see how this goes. Just finished up somatic therapy. Had some sense of sadness and sort of self-compassion, and then a sense of connection to self, along with some images. So this sort of green cord from my right chest down to between my lowest and middle right abdomen. Spatial awareness of sound out far to either direction, and as though the ground was sort of unstable and dropping out there, and that gave me a feeling of disgust. And I found a sense of groundedness and a sort of sickness in my belly. There was a child, it sounded about like a 3-year-old boy, kind of like aggressively trying to learn the extent of his control and influence, and needed to be disciplined, and I had disgust for that as well. And I went non-present several times, each time, almost, I think every time, to a relationship with someone. Like 4 women, 3 men, friends of mine. I don't feel like it was a super profound session. But to be fair, I do this stuff all the time. Like yesterday, I practiced this with someone, and then the day before that, I sat with someone and did this for like 4 or 5 hours together, sitting in the potency of our interpersonal dynamic. So just sitting with a therapist who's still at school feels kind of funny. But I'm grateful. It's my time. It's time for me to be, in whatever simple way, just focusing on myself, not holding space or facilitating or teaching or guiding. So there's probably value in that. But now onward to check out the farmers market. So I noticed I feel increasingly capable of being with my emotions and impulses. And I feel in a lot of ways like I'm forgetting or no longer knowing when or how to act, how to take action. And probably never knew, but recognize now that I'm able to sit with impulses and hold massive amounts of internal impulse and compulsion and desire, and not act on it, and actually just be entirely in my power of choice. I'm noticing I don't know when I should necessarily choose, which is a funny sort of situation to be in, and I'm very curious about it. Now that I have the capacity to fully be with and sit with my desires and impulses and compulsions and not act on them, now how do I discern when is real and good? When is good to choose action in any given situation?
Okay. Yeah, it's really fun. Okay, that would be great.
waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
So it was really beautiful. Met a ton of new people. Got some nice discounts walking around with friends who work at the market. Really sweet environment. I'll definitely be back next week. And I think there's one of these almost every day in town. So farmers markets, pretty much my first one. Not ever, but first one in a long time. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Now it's time to drop off this bag full of groceries, organic local things, and head over to get dinner with another new friend. So, see you soon.
It's gonna be alright.
Very nice person. Nice to meet nice people, for sure. Now, I may attempt to acquire my clean laundries. I may go to the grocery store if there's anything else to get. And I don't know, what do you want to hear about? Probably things I'm not comfortable sharing with you yet, like the party that I'm going to later. But yeah, everything's good and cool and lots of new people, and it was really cool to see the downtown Main Street buzzing with humans and the street shut down with all the restaurants and everything in the streets. Is really great. Everything's great. Everything's really great. So only half jokingly, herein lies the problem. I am now in another cycle of so much social things going on. It's a cycle of abundance where I'm now being invited and taking invitations and going out into public and seeing people that I know or that know me and being invited to things. And there's now this spiral where I get to have fun and feel fun and joy and validation and goodness and belonging and love, and it distracts me from some of the more difficult things that only come up for me when I'm alone, as well as it can get to a point where I start to get attached to some things and start to have hopes and attachments, or at the worst dependencies, where then losing relationships ends up creating more sorts of micro trauma or all-out trauma in the most toxic situations. So things that feel totally good and exciting, like being totally accepted and inviting to a bunch of places, is great, and I would like to keep with that experience of, oh wow, I'm welcome. And it doesn't mean I need to act one way or the other. I can feel fear of missing out and not act. I can want to participate and not act. But tonight we're gonna lean into it, see what happens. Well, let's have a good time. This neighborhood is another one of the local paradises that people are quite fond of. And I'm gonna go take an outdoor bath until some other folks arrive. Let's see what we're working with here. Yeah, now we're talking. All right. So we started draining the bath, and it looks like it comes out over here, which is brilliant. I think they should put up a banana tree or something. Man, look at this. The sun has set, the moon is coming out. I'm probably pretty pruny by now. Might be time to wrap up this solo bath. So the bath was delightful. It did not turn into the bath party that I was promised, but it was nice to see some friends when they finally did arrive. And while in the bath, I got to scrolling through old Facebook messages and found the voice record button and reached out to some friends, and it was really nice to be coming from a place of soaking in the bath and feeling blissful, and then to just be able to speak instead of type. And it's been really nice, and it's been really nice actually to hear some voices in return, especially during quarantine, isolation, or just people that are long distance. It's been really nice to hear voices, some voices that I have not heard in almost a decade. So feeling so good. On my way home now. Should be going to sleep soon. Let's see, what time is it? Looks like it's 8:30, and we know we stayed up way too late last night, so we'll see if we can fix this sleep schedule. We'll go ahead and post this video tonight or tomorrow, and we'll keep rocking and rolling. But let's see what else goes on tonight. It is so nice to be home. I'm glad I'm home fairly early tonight. Beautiful day. Thanks for hanging out. Let's do this. Let's get real good together. All right. Hit that subscribe button and let's take this journey. See you soon.